wanna do is drink beer for breakfast. All I wanna do is drink beer for breakfast.
6:42 now. First edition. Thursday morning at this time means the First Edition Beer Geek beat. So here we go. We've got, news this morning about a new beer release, a festival coming up this weekend, and some help for homebrewers. Because since I know I've gotten emails from listeners who are homebrewers, and keep those coming, by the way. I really appreciate hearing from folks. And maybe if we have time, an update on my Christmas tree beer.
Oh, okay.
The beer brewed with my Christmas tree.
Oh.
All right, let's start with the beer release. Because I love the name of this. Happening tonight at Belmont Station over in Southeast Portland. Captain Beefheart. A collaboration between Burnside Brewing and Upright Brewing, and you can meet the brewers. Captain Beefheart is a collaborative brew.
Isn't the band going to get upset about that?
Well, don't. Shh.
Okay.
Shh, don't tell.
Okay.
Don't tell. It's a collaborative brew between Jason McAdam of Burnside Brewing and Alex Gannam from Upright, both who can be described, it says here, as meat enthusiasts. In their own words, we have a quote. The idea behind Captain Beefheart was to create a complex beverage with savory flavors rooted in the kitchen. We started with a multi-copper-colored base and added Turkish bay leaf, long pepper, and 60 pounds of charred beef hearts.
Wow. Don't spare the beef hearts.
No, rounding it all out was fermentation carried out by a soft-finishing Scottish ale yeast. The beer drinks with pleasant aromatics and spices and has a light minerality accentuated by the pound of salt also thrown in the kettle.
Good heavens.
Is savory beer a thing? Because actually just yesterday I saw a beer commercial and I was like, you know what? That would be really good if it kind of tasted meaty.
I don't know. I'd have to taste this to find out. Both of these guys are top-notch when it comes to brewing beer. But beer brewed with meat, as we've seen...
I mean, we've both had that beer with the bacon maple.
The thing that Rogue made with Voodoo Donuts, and it's something just isn't quite right. I love the concept. I mean, I love it when people get creative, but we'll see. And I love the name too. Let's just hope that the band doesn't find out.
Exactly.
So anyway, that's happening. That's happening tonight at 6:00 at Belmont Station, 4500 Southeast Stark. All right, moving along to this weekend's festival. It is Cellarfest at Bailey's Tap Room in downtown Portland, and this is, as they describe on their website, this is where we go into our basement and serve our old beer. It's more.
That sounds appetizing.
It's more inviting than that. They're going to bring out a bunch of kegs from, let's see, as far back as 2008, a batch of Terminal Gravity Festive Ale. Their holiday beer, beers like 2009 Fort George, a 2008 Lagunitas Barley Wine, or as Lagunitas calls it, gnarly wine. And it's just your opportunity to savor some beers that are brewed to cellar, to keep for a while, and that certainly just drink just fine, even 4 or 5 years after they're brewed. So this is happening at Bailey's Tap Room in downtown Portland, Saturday at 4:00. 19 beers overall will be featured. A VIP ticket to get in is $25. That includes 6 pours, and will also allow you early entrance. So provides you what it says here, a less frenzied experience.
So some beers are meant to be held for a while in a keg somewhere?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Some you have to drink right away. Others age well, and they change for the better over time. And so, you don't want to keep it forever like a red wine. Mm-hmm. You want to drink it. But for some beers that are especially stronger beers that are brewed with a higher alcohol, those keep longer. And they still have a really interesting taste over time. And if you brew the same batch of beer over the course of years and then do a vertical tasting of, say, the 2008, the 2009, the 2010 and such, each one will taste a little bit different, even though it's brewed with the same recipe.
Geek out, Tim. Go ahead. Geek out.
Okay, that's what this segment is for, isn't it? All right, finally, for you homebrewers who listen to this segment, there is a new place to shop for supplies on Portland's east side, Above The Rest Homebrewing. Now, that's a familiar name for you West Siders because of their Tigard location. They've opened a second store at 79th and Southeast Foster. It's a nice option if you live on the outer east side. And same basic setup, same sort of inventory, same friendly service. They'll talk your ear off and geek out all day with you in there. I love going in there.
I'll bet you do.
And they've got a couple of events. If you are a listener to this segment and are curious about homebrewing or are a homebrewer now and want to learn more, they've got a couple of classes coming up. One this weekend on Sunday from 2 to 5, an all-grain brewing class. So for you advanced brewers who want to get into something more advanced, it's 2 to 5 this coming Sunday, and it's free. That's the best part. That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
A 3-hour class. And then if you want to get into homebrewing and just find out what it's all about, a beginner class is coming up. And these are both at their West Side location in Tigard. That's coming up on Sunday the 27th, so a week from Sunday. I'll put all this information up on my blog at kpam.com. You can also follow me on Twitter for all the latest beer news during the week at Tim Hole.